So right now I'm looking at Asit Indumina's document. When it comes to Asit Indumina's document, I'm going to share my screen and explain to you what is wrong with your document. Your grading goes in as a retake, so just relook at how you need to do it. You cannot have just data. You need to have numbers, statistics along with that. Further, you need to also have your references in text and in text included in it. Since your submission has been pretty much towards on this part B where you have done your A and B together, it is understandable that you have tried to complete all the activities. But compared to O levels, how foundation is different is you need to include your in-text references and in-text references. Minimum of 20 are required. And you need to have a lot of statistics and numbers. Why did you select the target market? Why did you go for people for music, fashion, and technology? Is it because they have more money? Is it because they have a better future? Is it because that product is well suited for them? So go ahead and explain what you're trying to do. Don't just go ahead and work out with bullet points. Yeah. Right, so that is about Asit Idumina on 12:15. Right, now we pick on the document. Now we take on the document of Tenuke Pereira. When it comes to Tenuke's document, also the same problem exists where you need to actually bring in some in-text references and in-text references as well. You have gone ahead and talked about all these content in the same way, but it needs to have, hold on, let's double check if the document is correct, because everyone has named their document in such a way. It's better to always include your name and the index number and your particular content so that we avoid any confusion. Right. So when it comes to this particular document, you can see the activities and the different scales. Please do remember your font size. You have typed it at 20, whereas it should be 12, and the headings have to be 13. I think there is a guideline that specifies the font sizes and how you need to present it. Your references have to be there, in text and in text references have to be there, and the activities have to be pretty much in depth. You need to address the assessment criteria, or else you're running with a document which actually does not deal with a proper result. Yeah. Right. Now we have the document of Indra Keela. Right. So you can go ahead with this document. Let's quickly search if that has been provided properly. Share screen, TDB sound. There you go. Done. So TDB sound is the headset, a much more organized way of presenting the document. Premium known for high quality sounds, market size and share. But here you have missed out on your references. So you need to give your references, right? So it's important that you do provide references. Make sure references are provided. Okay. So this is important. Include more statistics. Sequence. Looks like the document sharing got disabled. Anyway, let me enable the entire screen. Okay. So this is what Indrakila has done. You can see that the formatting is much more better and he has presented something in the right way. He has talked about the messages he wants to create. That's proper. He talks about the messages, trends, and all that. He has built a marketing campaign rationale as well. So these are properly done. Yeah. SWOT analysis is properly done. Marketing budget he has given in dollars, so that's good. Time scales has been presented. Marketing message has been presented. Formal report to the directors have been put in. Okay. References he has mentioned, but the in-text references has not been worked out in the proper order. So that's a bit of a risk and a concern for all of us, isn't it? So let me see how I can go ahead with your right. Let me give entire screen itself. And yeah, in here, let me just upload the document to screen out for plagiarisms. That's one of the areas. No, and at the same time, I need the BTech level 3 business specification just to make sure you're under control with the syllabus areas. So we can give a feedback sheet also. Planning of summative assessment feedback form. The form. Right, let's see AI result. I'm waiting for that to happen. Okay, 15% of your text up. AI, so that's not a major problem. So that's fine. We have got the AI results also, so we can include it in our results sheet as well. Searching for your LMS link here. submitted. Due date was 14th of April. So there is a bit of a form filling exercise to work around with. So for all the students, I'm going to just release off a single feedback sheet so that it's helpful for you. Okay. I remember having a criteria-based list sorted out also, so that should make your life easier. I'm sure you would have already seen it. If not, unfortunately, our students didn't have the time to do this properly, because of the government decision to close down all the universities, because we had a fuel situation in Sri Lanka where our students could not come to the university. So, as universities were all issued with a guideline from the ministry and the UGC saying that we should shut down for that particular time. So, this was supposed to be done in a very set out manner, but it did miss out the mark. Right. So, perform a market research in the given context. I can see that he has done a market research on page number. Section A itself was properly done, so can go ahead with section A, part A content. Let me shut down this Microsoft Teams because he's pulling a lot of my energy. So he has done it from page number 1 to 5 suitable content and research presented. Explain the features of a market given in the context. So you have talked about it. So no specific challenges that you have. So page numbers are important, guys. Page. Analyze the market that of course you have done it. Explain the way in which the product is marketed. Yeah, you have given a 7P analysis on page number. Yeah, page number 12. Effectiveness of the marketing, he has gone around and spoken about with it. So we can take the formal report, page number 14, business reporting in a memo format provides justification. Effectiveness of the marketing, your previous merit, okay, yeah. Like we can land you in a merit. Produced a marketing plan. I have no challenges with regard to that. Oopsie. Nicely approached it. Page number 9, reasons and approaches taken are indicated as a heading. I think you didn't try going for distinction itself. You should have done it. You have the capacity to do it, so why did you want to miss out on it? So net I can land him on overall merit. So that's Indra Kela. Or PSA set B 2025. So this I'm doing only for students who have done referencing and taken certain effort. So unfortunately, I had 3 students who have not done it. So Indra Kelas has been a merit. So let me write the feedback also. Is merit grade. So let me start with that. Strengths of the performance, practical document, well researched, imitation, researched. Student has understood the fancy student also, isn't it? Learner has understood the assessment criteria and worked out the assessment well. Limitations of the performance: poor understanding of referencing, use of referencing and critical analysis could lead you to a better grading. You have you have a higher competency in comparison to your cohort to comprehend business content and present the business proposals in a very concise manner. You should focus more and target a distinction. I believe you got your distinction because you got it. You should focus on a distinction itself. I don't think you had it in your mind. Very clear. You should focus more on and target a distinction. It doesn't mean that you should give up on your extracurricular activities. You play around with, you start joining clubs, societies, whatever you're doing, do it. But grades are also important because that comes with you for your lifetime, isn't it? So try it out in a proper order. Against learning to help students understand feedback against LO and assessment criteria are available separately in the sheet provided, in the document provided. Yeah, so why I'm recording this documentation also is to provide you with certain amount of content is provided for your guidance, and you can always come back, sorry, uh, to ask questions or content, right? It's pending IV. I'll quickly take it through IV as well. So that's about Indrakila. Indrakila, you have done a good job. So no harm, no concerns. Right. Currently, currently we have put Devin's files for scanning. Um, Right. So everyone has been included for sign declaration. So he has done a comprehensive part A. The conceptualization is proper. Part B is where we get the results. So let's quickly run through part B. Let's check for AI. So this is a good place to be in, right? So his AI plagiarism is nil, and one person only direct submission. So Grammarly has not detected anything specific. So that's a good place to be in, right? So Pataskala Mekadala. Let me go into rest of it. Um, okay. I think most of you have forgotten the assessment criteria which we discussed. Obviously, there was an extracurricular activity happening in campus where there was a fashion show going on. So almost everyone was busy with that. And once the assessments kicked in, those who participated in it had a problem. So I'm just giving a background for the external verifiers going to go through this feedback process. Right, introduction is okay, cost is okay, media used is okay, but you could have gone in for some references. Market research has been done, but you lack the references as well, which could have been increased. The presentation seems very odd. You could have run through how Indrakila is working around with it. I feel that you wrote it more like a part A. You could have gone in for a more analytical based method. It should have been very much detailed the way. Strength of his performance is requirements for past criteria have been addressed well. A good sense of market research. I can understand that you have done this entire document without any market research. So if a question comes in why Boset's document was not passed and only Devin's document is getting passed, the reason is the structure that you have undertaken, but it's also a provisional pass which has to be worked out. Yeah, so mandatory minimum of 15 to 20 references of data sources in text and in text references. Yeah. Uh, you can copy this feedback should be. Let me delete this off. Right. So that's that. So mainly I have cribbing about how you tackle this document. So let's see if we can actually land you at a pass. Perform a market research. Have you done a market research for part B? Yeah, you have done your entire section A. Part A. Market research has been carried out but lacks the in-text references. Yeah. Explain the features of the market. So you have done that. Where have you done the different types of markets? I think we have to make it a re-attempt. No? Explain the features of a market. Part A basic. It's been provided and lacks references. We talked about the 7 Ps. We have talked about the marketing tools used. Okay. All of you guys have to look into sorry. Can take the justification part of it, page number 11. Yeah, the reference list is so much mandatory. Done a marketing campaign. Yeah, I can see that you have done a plan for marketing campaign on page number 9 and 10. Okay, so I expected more out of Devin, especially because you have a lot of capacity. I think you should have simply gone for a distinction, but um, I guess you couldn't focus much. Yeah, so that's fine. Do some resubmission work, and you should be okay, right? So it's going in as a pass grade, but I would really like you to improve your document and resubmit it. Okay. Um, okay, where are we? Devin Ravata. Okay, that's done. Ethuni has submitted, so first place her name. The index number goes in as 1218. It's nice to have someone who follows the guidelines to some extent. I wanted all the submissions to be in a PDF format. So it's nice that she has followed it. So let's quickly run through this particular content also. I'm just making sure that I'm not going to replicate content correctly. Done. So anywhere else I need to replace? I need to replace one feedback sheet here also. Done. So let's run through her content. Right, good. She seems to have done a lot. I'm going to download, scan her document for plagiarism as well. While that happens, timescales, media used, it's very comprehensive. Message communicator, use of marketing tools. She has used some diagrams also, so that's pretty much, she has done pestle, reliability reasons. She has been a pretty much aggressive play in this submission so far. Very clear, very detailed. She has given a marketing message. It's nice to see this marketing message. So that's something nice to run through. And she has addressed the criteria also. So no harm. Very detailed. What is the media? What is the marketing? What is the process? Right. So someone who has done it properly. I'm really happy and proud to see this content go through it. So let me quickly work out a criteria as well. Um, see if we can take into a distinction play, right? So I already typed in a content. So strength of performance is good formatting, exceptional understanding of assessment criteria. You have provided a clear structure to respond to the requirements. That's great, really great. Limitations. Let's see if there are any. Placing it in the following document also, so I save some time there. Okay, what are the limitations that I see? I don't have to mandatorily write limitations, but I can be quite sure what the limitations are. Sorry. So, what is the first assessment criteria we are after? Part A, perform a market, right? Explain the functions of a market, you have done that. Analyze the market. Where have you talked about it? Let's see. So you've done your competitor mapping. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oopsie doopsie. 8. Detailed content has. Nicely set out, right? So outlook of the document looks very good. So let's run through the criteria, analyze the market is done, evaluate own component for a given context. So I have justified, judge the value limitations of my research, discuss the reliability of my sources. So have we gone into that level? I think you would have done that in your reporting. So justification for, yeah, I feel that you have done a good job with your justification. Page number 25. Your 7 Ps, let's do your marketing. You have anyway done a number of things. So one of the areas that we need to really worry about are people who tend to do a lot of things that sometimes they tend to forget their foundation or basics. So in here you have done some market trends are okay. Competitor is okay. Pestle you have done additionally. Reasons for approaches taken, I remember. Right. Marketing budget, campaign time scale, okay. 7 Ps, and that's the perfect one. Superb. I like your unboxing videos and all these content that you have given. Explain the effectiveness of the marketing. I think I can just control F it, and I think you have talked about effectiveness, cost effectiveness, page number 25. This is good, no? Page number 23 and 25, you have that. So this is what I gave the students in terms of this feedback sheet. And this is how students have actually analyzed it. They didn't use it, so I ended up using it for my feedback. Evaluation has been presented, no? I like the fact that this lady has done like justification of Tag and Margaret justification. So she has gone ahead and justified whatever she get decisions that she has made. She has gone ahead and justified it. I couldn't find anything lagging from her. Yeah. Right. So for those who couldn't get a proper result, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to understand that this is one of the good answers that I saw, and I hope that this is something that you can be proud of. Yeah, meaning as a batchmate, yeah, she has done a good job. Along with that, you can also learn from it. Let me take the next assessment in. Right. So we have one of our. We had two sisters in the batch, so most of their formatting looks similar. But we did ensure that they did write the content a lot more differently. And content wise, we can see they have done a pretty detailed job. The content does cover each and every content of assessment criteria required. Cecilini has talked about distinction grade criteria with unique selling points, competitor analysis. It is pretty much detailed. So it's nice to see these types of documentation, ladies and gentlemen. Very detailed, properly analyzed, properly presented. Reference list is also available. Yeah. So this is good. Let me take next person who is in the submission lot. Okay, Vishwarasan. Hope I pronounced your name right. Let's take a copy to the folder also, which I need to share for external verification and for internal verification. Vishwarasan is 1216. You need to go ahead and put your reference list. If not, it will have issues, right? You have a sample document. I hope that will make your life easy also, isn't it? So let's quickly put your name and release it off. You have to submit it by 11th May. So let me give Vishwarasan all the retake students. Let me put in the content. Right. So that's Vishwas. Shanara has submitted her document 1220. So she has done a proper job. Let's check if the content is being recorded here. But the content strength is very limited. You could have talked a lot. I'm just trying to see if you can do that. You have gone ahead and justified a lot, but it doesn't have any reference. But it's to have references, isn't it? You cannot submit without references and retake. You have to have your references. In vain, Chanara, you have done a proper job. You are someone with proper senses. It could have been that you should have at least should have focused on this. So there is sufficient content. Let's see if we can at least pass you. I'll have a problem there. Rather, right? Just focus and get it done. Let's see. I'll discuss with the IB if we can give you another chance to all the students who had referencing issues. Your issue was very different where you have not even cited a reference. I was quite sure that you would have understood this. How come? Can pull this lovely lady through? Anything we can do? Let's go ahead and give her a. See, any BTech assessment, when you have keywords like analyze, understand, all that, yeah, you need to talk about them with proper reference. Very wise level of writing, but your in-text references are wrong, but at least I can take it for submissions right now. You all have messed up your in-text and in-text referencing method. It looks like so. Only two students have, two, three students, four students have managed to do it properly. So for those who have passed with corrections, I would advise you all to correct and show this content before you go ahead with submission. Due to the unforeseen situation in the country where we had a bit of a fuel issue, hence most of the students and the university guidelines were established to study and stay from home. So even with that, the students went ahead with the submission. They did have supervised hours and submission support, but unfortunately, the students have messed up their assessment criterias and referencing a lot. So I would like to give another opportunity. I'll discuss with the internal verifier and Minite. So on the grading end in UK, when you confirm the results, I believe that uh, the content will have a positive effect. Yeah. So that we are maintaining the fairness and the student also is treated fairly, because if we go ahead and fail the students who have not done their referencing, it will be unfair by them because they have tried to do it, they have not understood it properly. That's what is being shown. Only 2 students have understood it as far as I am going ahead with marking right now, and that's good. And we have given them a fair grading of distinction plus. So please do understand on the external audit end that we have tried to take an exceptional situation forward. Yeah, it is not the normal way of doing assessments where the students do it from home, but we can see that there is an impact of the students doing their assessments from home. Sorry. Right. Compared to what I thought from this batch, which was pretty much very intelligent compared to the other batches, a lot of potential we saw. But on my end, as the first assessor, I had a challenge where most of the students, um, it happens with all the talented batches because when we get students from outstation, since they study in their first language, which is Sinhala or Tamil, when they come on board here with English, they tend to struggle. So they tend to focus a lot and become a bit studious. But unfortunately for this batch, which comes from some international schools, some of you do come from backgrounds which are driven by English education, you seem to have struggled with focus and putting the revision what we studied into action. So it is unfortunate that the batch couldn't get a good grade. I would have expected everyone to get a distinction in here, but unfortunately we only have 2 distinctions. Still good, because for unit 2 research and plan a marketing campaign, mostly our students tend to get only 1 or 2 distinctions. I think the same has repeated this year also. The pass rate, people who are on pass grading have all got major corrections to work on. And there is one merit grade from Indra Keela, and there is retake that has been given to Hiron Boset, Tenuki, Asit. So these are like the amount of effort put in has been a bit of a challenge, isn't it? So you might want to look through your effort, right? So I hope while you go ahead with LATROBE and your HND program, that you will give the same effort towards this and so pay more attention. And if you have any doubt, it's a friendly culture. You can come and ask. Yeah. Don't let go of your LATROBE opportunity or your opportunity for HND to get one of the best grades, right? So let me end the current feedback session. This YouTube video will be uploaded to YouTube, shared with your external verifiers. You might have certain questions which you want to have a discussion with, which you can do, right? Thank you.